everyone, Hound here with another War and Order video. So I thought in this video, since we had already completed the tutorial, I think one of the biggest tips that I wanted to give in this video was probably if you go to your town and you click on City Buffs, this is where you can apply a Peace Shield. So as you can see, I'm currently using a 3-day Peace Shield, and that costs 2,400 gems, which is quite a lot, especially if you're starting off the game. You could get some of these shields, but what you need to notice is if I have a 3-day shield and I try to apply an 8-hour shield, it says Peace Shield effect cannot be stacked. If you use it, it will replace your current shield. It pretty much means you can only apply up to 3 days of shield. So if you're going away or if you're busy and you can't check in on the game, this is the amount of shield that you can add. It's pretty much 3 days. You can't stack the shields. You can't put like 5 days of shield if you do 3 days and 2 of this, or you can't buy this multiple times. Every time that you buy it, it will reset. So if I have 2 days and I buy another 3-day one, it will just reset to 3 days. And then if I buy it again, it will reset again to 3 days. So it's kind of pointless to try to stack them. It doesn't work. So what does that mean? If you are really new into the game and you currently don't have enough gems, well, it's going to be an issue for you because other big alliances are probably going to look at you, and what they'll see in you is probably just a farm. They'll see a farm that they can get some resources out of or get some kills out of, and that's what probably will happen. So if you don't have a big alliance that can support and reinforce your city, you're pretty much doomed because other clans are going to look for you and they'll try to farm you, and you can offer peace to them. Whatever it is, it's like you feed the lion, but whenever the lion gets hungry, it'll start eating you, or whatever the example is. Regardless, you're probably not safe unless you have a bubble. So if you look around at my current alliance, what you can see is most of the players are pretty much sitting unbubbled. They really don't care much, especially the bigger players. Well, for the bigger players right now, what's safe to say is no one's going to challenge them, because if someone challenges this person and loses troops, the attacker will get a bigger disadvantage compared to the person defending, because the defender probably has enough space to heal all his troops. The attacker, though, will get more loss, so it's probably not the best for the attacker. Plus, if this person has T7s, T8s, and the other person is attacking with also the same level of troops, it's more likely than not that this person's going to win the defense, and other people could also help reinforce. To that, I could also say when that attacker is attacking, there's other people that could also attack with them, whether it's a rally or they march time, whichever it is that they try to do. Generally though, earlier on in the game, it's probably not the best to fight. And that's why you can see most towns that are spread around in the Alliance territory, you could see that they don't have bubbles. But it's not safe because as much as we have treaties, we have unions, we have friendly marked alliances, there is a chance that one of them just decides for whatever reason to attack you. And unless you're sitting like this person who has a bubble or a peace shield, or this person, then you are 100% prone to attacks. Now, what I wanted to say in this video is, as you can see, there are some elite stone quarries or other resource locations around the map. And you could also find them here by just clicking here and looking at the specific resource types. Let's say if we have a level 5, let's see if those are there. Yeah. So a level 5 resource tile. One thing that I would say about these resource tiles is, in this game, it's pretty much all alliances try their best to avoid attacking each other on resource tiles, because no one really makes a benefit when you're attacking someone else on a resource tile, especially if there's so many resource tiles around the map. It just makes no sense. You're creating an unnecessary war within your server, especially if it's war over tiles. Then other clans that don't agree with that, they'll probably pile up and just force you to exit the game in whatever way, or force you to pay back the resources, whatever the cause is. People don't like to attack others on tiles. So one thing that you could do if you're not wearing a bubble is send out all your soldiers out. If you send out all your soldiers out to different locations around the map, then no one's probably going to hit them. And if they do hit your city, then whatever amount of resources that you have, you want to make sure they are below or within your depot capacity. And if that means upgrading your depot, then you probably should be doing that. So now that we're back in the city, I want to show you the depot. If we go here, we can look at the details. And as you can see, I'm able to protect over 250K of these, 291K, 291K, 58K, and 29K. And pretty much, if I look at the amount of resources that I have, they fall more or less within the depot capacity. So even if I didn't have my peace shield on and people were allowed or going to attack me and all my soldiers were outside, my clanmates wouldn't have to worry about anything because my troops are outside, they're safe, and the people that are attacking me aren't getting much and probably even losing more troops because, you know, your town has defenses, especially in your wall. So, you know, the person who's attacking you is going to get the shorter end of the stick and not really make that much of an advantage, especially if you don't have resources. Additionally, if you don't have resources, it's also another good, situation because someone who wants to attack you, if they really know how the game works, they'll probably end up scouting you. And if they scout you and they see you barely have any resources, then they're probably not going to hit you anyway. So that brings me to tip number 2. Make sure that your resources, the amount of resources that you have, are below your depot capacity, but at the same time, if you're trying to sleep without shield, you want to make sure your troops are hidden. Now, other ways you can hide your troops are probably your elite stone quarries, or if you go to your alliance castle, sometimes you could reinforce these and leave your troops there. Most likely than not, if someone wants to wage war on your alliance, they'll probably attack this. But if you have many players online, or most of your players in your alliance are online, then you're probably going to be safe and you don't even have to worry. And as you can see, most of the bigger players are sitting close to the alliance castle because that is something that we have to protect later on in the game. And as you can see, no one really wants to attack us because currently, even though we aren't the biggest alliance in the game, we do have some of the biggest players in our clan, and they are knowledgeable. We did manage to fight other clans that are much bigger than us and still come ahead in some aspects. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give a quick reminder or a quick tip on what exactly this game is like when you play it, a little bit of a hardcore game. You know, at the end of the day, we have a saying here, which is pretty much bubble or burn. So if you don't have these bubbles around your city, or if you don't have a peace treaty agreement on your city, then you're probably prone to being attacked by someone. And there are ways to get away from this. Later on in the game, everyone's probably going to be wearing these unless they're super massive and no one's going to attack them. Or we just manage to pull out more treaties and merges with other alliances so that we don't have to worry about, you know, being the weakest alliance in the server where people can attack us. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope the tip helped you. And if you have any other questions and you want to know more about the game, please make sure to let me know. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.